anyone who blocks my path.
The blood that flows through her veins is special, and extremely dangerous. If showing pity would put my allies in danger, I will not hesitate to kill them.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the beginning of the game. We are back to being a boy, thank goodness. Obviously, not that I have anything against being a girl in games. Like, you know, equality, all that, great. But if I'm dating people, like, unless I just want Dorothy or I forget who the other one is. Like, no. Anyway, we are back to the beginning of the game. I did skip the prologue because we have seen, oh, I should mention this is Toroth. Oh, that's interesting. Or Torosh, not Toroth. Obviously, kind of similar to Vorosh. Actually, very similar to Vorosh. Whoops. Did not think about that. Apparently, I just like that type of name, Torosh. I actually think I was going to do... I thought it was Voroth. Oh, well, it doesn't really matter. It's Toroth now. And yeah, it's interesting that like, everyone is in my party now. It's just... It's literally the entirety of the world. Did not realize it would do that, but that's cool. We have to go. We have to choose which house we are. Obviously, we are going with the Black Eagles. And this will be the Edelgard playthrough. Yes, I know. We are playing this, what am I trying to say? We are playing this back on hard difficulty, but classic difficulty, so death matters. And we're going to try not to let people die. I am doing it as New Game Plus. The only reason I'm doing it is so I can recruit people in more quickly. Granted, I don't actually think I'm going to try and recruit. Well, no, I will. Because I do want to see their social links. It's tough. Especially for Edelgard's route. I kind of... Actually, I need help, guys. I guess I don't need help. I need your opinion. Do I want to only recruit people like Shamir that I know I'm going to end up using as my extended squad and let everyone else sort of fall where they end up? Because I do think it's interesting, especially in a route like this, to see where it puts people. But I also want to see their links, and I'm not going to get to see their links if I don't... I just stepped on this cat. I am so sorry, kitty! Oh god, he's dead. Why can't I talk to the cat?
So, you've accepted a teaching position here. Pity. I was hoping you would lend your strength to the Empire.
I will.
I never really introduced myself, did I? My name is Edelgard von Hresburg. I am the princess and heir apparent of the Adrestian Empire. I wonder if you'll be tasked with leading the Black Eagles.
If I choose to, which I totally will.
I hope you've had a chance to meet everyone. Would you like to know more about any of the Black Eagles?
No.
Huh? Greetings! You must be the new professor. What a pleasure.
Did I talk to him before? I don't remember talking to our favorite character, although I wouldn't have known he was my favorite character yet.
As for me, my job is to stand here at this glorious entrance and leisurely watch over the comings and goings of everyone. Make folks smile, you know?
I think I did talk to him now, though.
And by that, I mean to vigilantly guard this entrance with my very life. No levity whatsoever. As of now, nothing to report.
I don't know who had the idea of putting him in the game, but I am so glad they did. So glad they did. Okay, so there is a talking man over here.
The Golden Deer House is for students of the Leicester Alliance. Our house leader is heir to the Alliance's leadership, House Regan. We have plenty of other prominent nobles as well.
I still think it's really freaking weird that you have the heirs of all three kingdoms in class at the same time. That seems unlikely. So I'm not going to talk to all of the people in the houses we've already gone to, but I am definitely talking to the people that we weren't paying attention to. Blue Lions, nope.
Hey!
This is the classroom of the Black Eagle House, which is for students from the Adrestian Empire. Our house leader is Princess Edelgard. There are many other nobles among our ranks as well.
And I will go meet all, I think 8 of them. Is it 8 or 7? I think it's actually Do you get a full group of 10 with your... it may be 7. You may be the 8th. No, I think it is. It's 8. It's 8. It's 8. You aren't a real person. Hey there.
What? I don't talk to strangers.
Bernadetta, this is no stranger. Our house leader owes this person a great debt. Is that not right?
I am Ferdinand von Eyre, legitimate son of the Eyre family, the Empire's foremost
Wow,
house.
he introduced himself as the legitimate son. How, like, pompous is... I mean, like, I guess that's not really pompous. I'm just like, wow, that certainly puts a tinge of into it.
Are you going to join our class? I look forward to getting better acquainted with you.
Well, aren't you just lovely? Is this your first time in the monastery? Shall I show you around?
It's interesting that Dorothea has been in my, like, active party every playthrough.
Oh, my name is Dorothea. Before I joined the academy, I was a member of an opera company in the Empire. You should hear me sing sometime.
I certainly intend to. What?
Is it true that you saved Edelgard?
That's incredible.
I am incredible.
The name's Caspar, by the way. Pleased to meet you.
Linhard, goodbye.
Yeesh, Linhard. How'd you get into the academy with those manners? So, are you a student here too? Maybe we'll be in the same class.
Awkward. Oh, I don't even correct him. That's actually more awesome that I don't correct him.
I am Hubert, a humble servant of Lady Edelgard. I heard you came to the aid of Her Highness. You have my most sincere thanks. This is Petra. She has come all the way from Brigid to study in the Empire.
I am slightly annoyed and sad they don't pronounce her name Petra. I always said Petra.
Back on her archipelago, she is actually a princess. In Fodlan terms, she would be called heir to the throne.
I mean, we also have the term princess. We've literally called Edelgard a princess in the last 3 minutes.
Hello, I am called Petra. I am pleased to be meeting with... I am pleased to have met you.
Is that... Again, I'm still like... So, Edelgard, we talked to Hubert, we talked to Bernadette, we talked to Leonhardt, we talked to Caspar, we talked to Bernadetta, we talked to Dorothea, we talked to Petra. Okay, that's everyone. So now we can go back
Hello.
and announce our decision.
Yes.
Because thankfully we know exactly what we're doing now.
Hi.
Open the door. Don't open the door?
Let's see. I'm real busy, so could you please move along now? Thanks.
That's interesting. I never came and talked to these
Hey,
guys.
Now, what else did Lady Rhea need doing today?
So I was going back up to where we were, but this is a different
Here
place.
I am again, the office of the Captain of the Knights. That said, I'm merely here to assist. Apparently, the current captain is getting on in years.
Who's the current captain? I never heard this side of the story
I hear
before.
the captain has a hard time keeping up with the responsibilities of the job. That's where I come in.
Yeah, this is interesting. I never actually came up and talked to these guys before.
This is my research laboratory. I've worked hard to furnish it with the rare materials and purpose-built equipment required for my work.
And Manuela?
Hey. Oh, Professor. Dropping by so soon? I expected we'd take some time. Exchange a few smiles as we passed in the hall. Flirt a bit, you know.
Sorry, I've got eyes for someone else, although she has not shown up yet.
Well, you're here now. And I do like a man who knows what he wants.
Holy shit!
Huh. That welcome didn't faze you at all, did it? What's the matter? Don't you like me? Or are you just so innocent you don't understand me?
Poor Manuela. You have to go. That's so... This opening really depends on the fact that you don't know where you're going, because I definitely came down from the second floor, when I come back up to the second floor using the like actual passage, it yells at me and it's like, no, you need to.
Ah.
It's always so annoying trying to find it. Oh.
So, I never properly I am the... I wonder if I hope you've had a chance to meet everyone. Hubert is the heir of Marquis Vestra. He has served me since I was a child. You may think his blood runs a bit cold, but actually that's rather accurate. Still, if you can get past that, you'll see he's quite astute and reasonable. For some reason, he thinks of me as a bitter rival and is always trying to challenge me. It's terribly irritating.
Okay, that's kind of a great introduction to him. I've got to admit.
His house is that of Duke Ire, which produces Adrestia's prime ministers. That family is perhaps too pleased with its own status.
It's also interesting that you can put him into a class that has a very high natural dodge, and he basically becomes unkillable. I thought Petra was like that. Interesting. I didn't know you could do this. I don't know that I want to, but it's interesting.
He's remarkably intelligent, but he only wishes to apply himself to tasks that particularly interest him, and nothing else. He's also fond of, well, napping.
What the hell does... If unit takes no action except wait, recovers up to 10%. What do you mean up to? I don't want to do that and then recover 0% because it's up to 10.
If he had any work ethic or sense of duty to speak of, I suppose he would be destined to become an official of the Empire. He's the second son of Count Burgleys. He has no inheritance in his future, which is perhaps why he's always so eager to prove himself.
Certainly makes sense, yeah.
He's overly energetic and rushes headfirst into any battle. If he ends up in your care, be sure to keep a close eye on him.
Alright, and the girl... It is interesting that every house, I think, has 4 men and 3 women. Obviously, this one, Edelgard, like, makes it even. But usually it's, the house head, 4 men and 3 women.
She's Count Varley's only daughter. I suppose you could say she's a bit eccentric, but she seems like a gentle soul. I believe she's shut herself away in her quarters and doesn't care to leave, but don't worry, I'll make sure she finds her way to class.
I love Bernadetta.
Few commoners have joined the Black Eagle House, but Dorothea is an exception. She's a songstress from a famous opera company in the Empire. I'm not entirely sure what brought her to the Officers' Academy. To the west of Fodlan is an archipelago called Brigid. Petra is the granddaughter of their king.
Oh, interesting. I thought she was here to... I guess she still is.
Brigid is a vassal state of the Empire, which is how she came to be enrolled here. She's incredibly smart and studious.
And you.
Me? Well, some think I'm a bit distant. Arrogant, even. But there's little to be done. One day, I must rise to become Adrestia's next emperor. What else? Well, it seems to me that we may have similar personalities.
Well, why would you think that? Okay, so how do I...
What do you think?
I gotta talk to all 3 of them. Marr. I don't want to talk to all 3 of them. My heart is set, game. Fine.
Please accept my apologies for the other day. You came to our aid, yet I hadn't even the courtesy to properly introduce myself.
Well, there were other things to worry about at the time.
I am Dimitri Alexandra Blathid, Crown Prince of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Of course, at the Academy, I am simply a student. And I've heard word that you are to become a professor here. Delightful news. I still have much to learn, but I'm confident I could benefit greatly from your guidance. In any case, welcome to the monastery. I hear you're investigating the different houses here. Did any of the Blue Lions catch your attention?
Nope, I know all about you guys.
Okay,
And same thing with you.
That's so. Well, scored a teaching gig here, did you? Talk about a great first impression.
Well, you saved the 3 heads of state.
I guess that means I'd better introduce myself properly. I'm Claude von Regan. I'm from the ruling house of the Leicester Alliance, but don't worry too much about all that madness. I'm guessing you don't know which class you'll be teaching yet, do you? I bet you'd like ours. We're not as difficult as the other two.
That is very true. We just have a leader that thinks he's really smart and does ploys, and his ploys always make things worse.
Have you met the folks from the Golden Deer House yet? Care to know more about anyone?
I appreciate your effort.
Okay.
How are you enjoying your time at the Academy thus far? I hope you have found our halls brimming with the vitality of well-intentioned souls.
Yes, brimming in vitality.
I suppose it is time for you to take charge of one of our 3 houses of students. I must note that I am personally against entrusting someone as lacking in trackable history as yourself with such a task. But it is as the Archbishop desires.
And we go back to the beginning of the game where Seth pisses me right off. And this is a great, people keep defending him. Dude, he's insulting me to my face in front of the rest of the faculty. That's just unprofessional.
The Black Eagles, the Blue Lions, and the Golden Deer. All so different. I hope you've made it a point to get to know each of them.
Since you are new here, we have decided to allow you first pick. Manuela and I will take charge of the remaining 2 houses.
I've forgotten that it actually defaults and puts them as your primary pick.
So you have chosen the Black Eagles led by Edelgard, correct? Your heart has made its choice then. All I ask is that you guide these open minds with virtue, care, and sincerity.
I shall do so.
They are all promising youths who bear the weight of Fodlan's future upon their shoulders.
Brother? Oh, I am so sincerely sorry. I did not mean to interrupt.
This is another thing, I think I mentioned this before, but it's so, we're in a massive audience chamber. You had to take at least 15 steps to get from whatever door you came in to where you're standing now. Don't tell me you didn't mean to interrupt. Obviously you knew we were talking.
I'm in the middle of something, Flame. Is it urgent?
No, it's nothing. More importantly, who is this?
This is our newest professor at the Academy.
Oh my! A new addition to the Officers' Academy! I am so very pleased to meet you, Professor.
Her hair drives me crazy. How does that work? I know about that. There's curly hair, and then there's that.
I am Sedith's little sister, Flame. I am so happy to make your acquaintance.
Let us focus on the topic at hand. There is something you should be aware of. In a few days' time, there will be a mock battle between the 3 houses, intended to gauge the current progress of the students. We will be using this battle as an opportunity to ascertain your own abilities as well. Please do not disappoint the Archbishop. That is all.
That is going to be so embarrassed when I take over the church. Actually, if I remember correctly, doesn't he, leave the church when I do that? In his ending, he's just like, yeah, I'm out of here.
So our new professor is you? I didn't see that one coming.
I know, you want to be classmates with me.
Easy, Caspar. Aren't you being a bit rude?
You know it's a waste of time to expect politeness from him.
This is exactly why I want to start where I did, because I do want to get the introductory scenes, because it's different for every house.
It will be a pleasure learning from you, Professor. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to take a nap.
Don't look at me like that! Oh, and please don't talk to me too much either.
Wow, this is a difficult house.
I'm sorry for the chaos you've walked into.
I hear we are rather close in age, Professor. I hope you do not mind if we treat you like one of us. In our class, we try to treat each other as equals, despite any differences in age or status.
That must be great for Dorothea, and I guess everyone else, because there's wildly different social ranks.
Personally, I would love to include you in that inner circle.
Why does it give me a choice if I only have one choice?
I will take great joy from your Tithra.
I believe you mean to say that our professor has guts. That's a bit different from having a gut. You can't go around saying someone so slim and attractive has a gut. Oh, please take my apologies. I have not yet mastered this language.
And you never will.
Professor, I want you to know that it's perfectly acceptable for you to treat me as you do the others.
I had no intention of doing otherwise.
I may be the Imperial Princess, but here at the Academy, I'm just another student. That said, know that I have high expectations of you, and high hopes. But I'm certain you can lead the Black Eagle House to greatness.
I certainly intend to.
Sure, sure. Now let's break the ice with a training session. I want to see our new teacher in action.
You're not ready.
Why will the ice be broken? Is this a custom I have missed in my studies?
Not real ice, just the ice of, well, it just means let's get to know each other.
I can love Petra.
I don't want to train. Let's stay in the classroom and learn from a book.
We're over here, Bernie.
Let's all calm down and have a nice cup of tea, how about? Doesn't that sound lovely, Professor?
Wait, you fell asleep here?
I know we all agreed to treat each other as equals, but there is a limit to what I can tolerate. The esteemed Black Eagle House requires order.
Wow, I'm already losing this house.
Looks like your first job will be to quiet down this racket. I don't envy you.
They're not normally this rowdy. I do hope you can manage, Professor.
Oh, I'm sure I will. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. About face, bounce the other way. Oh no, run away from the progress bar! Oh, they caught me.
Say, while you're here, I'd like to use this device I designed to determine whether the power of a crest resides within you. Won't hurt a bit.
Yep, you're going to not realize it's the Crest of Flames. That is interesting. I know we found out that Edelgard was artificially given the Crest of Flames, but did we ever find out why? Like, it seems odd to go through all this trouble to give the Crest of Flames to Edelgard in order to eventually let her wield the sort of creator, the sort of a creator which you do not have. Like, that's just a very odd plot.
You don't know about crests? Well, allow me to tell you everything. Absolutely everything about them. Is your calendar clear? This will take a while. Crests are a fascinating topic, but before one can dive deeply into said topic, one must first understand what crests are. They are power incarnate.
A part of me does not want to listen to this again, but part of me is like, there will be a few people that come into this and just skip right to the Black Eagle section, because that's the one they care about. So I guess I'll let this play out. I did already skip some things, but if you got to where I was choosing a house, you know what's there.
They are said to have been bestowed upon humans by the goddess countless ages ago. They exist within the flesh and are passed down through bloodlines. Those who carry crests may excel at magic, display exceptional strength, or any number of boons.
I almost asked, are there any bad crests? But I guess the Crest of the Beast is an example of a crest that, brings misfortune if you bear it.
Each crest has its own power, the nature of which is beyond mortal understanding. For now. I suspect as much, yes. But we won't know for sure unless I look into the matter.
Reminds me, does Gerald have a crest? I could probably look in the battles where we are in battle with him, because he would, it will be on his information plate.
As I said, crests are passed down through the blood. However, just because someone carries a crest does not necessarily mean their descendants will inherit it as well. Only a scarce few descendants of a crest's bloodline end up inheriting that crest's power. Perhaps one of your ancestors bore a crest, and you just happen to inherit it.
I love how he's already jumping the fact that I have one.
That is how a crest usually presents itself, after all. Yes, of course. I'll get to the bottom of it straight away. Now then, please go ahead and hold out your arm over this device here.
And we'll find out here I have a crest he does not recognize until later.
What is this? A pattern I've never seen before. Is it possible an as yet undiscovered crest has been detected? To think there are still crests out there that even I am unaware of. How thrilling! Pardon my unrestrained jubilation. I have much to consider. You may leave now. I have more research to do in regard to this crest. Yes, so very much more research. But for now, your work here is done.
All right.
What could this line here be indicating? Perhaps it represents a lack of symmetry. Or perhaps... What in the world? Oh, I see. It may be connected to that, but to a greater degree than usual.
With each moon, professors of the office, it notes the date. Pay carefully.
I'm not listening to that. Yes, I know about the freaking calendar. Okay. Oh yeah, so she's not here yet. Interesting. Can I know what it is? Like, okay, that's... I don't want that. I don't. I want this as close to legit as I can. Okay, so... Do I want to get this? This is not maddening, so I don't think this is as important. I do want to go ahead and... I'll let these unlock naturally. Whoa, what the hell? How do you get things with Rhea? Oh, I understand now. Okay. It's showing that, like, it goes all the way up to A, but it starts off at C. It's funny, I asked earlier for you guys to help me decide what to do with this, and then I decided that I don't want... I'm going to recruit everyone. Because it is more important to me to see all of their social links than to see them randomly show up in a battle here or there. That's interesting that she... So I guess I could have dated her even as a woman. Interesting, I haven't gotten her to rank A ever. That seems unlikely, but I'll take your word for it. That was odd. I like missed things somewhere. Man, I'm actually starting to run low. Alright, 5,000 left, which is fine. I don't actually like all this stuff. Like, I don't actually want to raise my level. I think my professional level is fine. Since this is hard, I want it to be as close to the original game as possible. I just do want to be able to recruit people in and get the access to their social links pretty quickly. The only problem with professor level is it will lower the amount of supports I have in battle, but I think it's still overall a plus.
So, these are the students' quarters. To better help you supervise them, you also have a room here. Your room is here at the end. Commoner students also reside on the first floor, while the second is primarily for students of noble birth. As a rule, we try to avoid discrimination based on social status here, but the nobility can be quite insistent when it comes to matters of propriety. Speaking of, it would be best for you to avoid improper conduct. I expect you to set a good example for the students.
It is funny. This annoys me less than it did the first time. Oh, I was so mad at him the first time. I was like, do not talk down to me, I will beat you up.
I'm not too keen on the professor of my class. I really hope to focus more on strategy. Maybe I should talk to my professor about transferring to a different class.
You definitely should. Come to mind. Okay, so once again, I will go ahead and explore this and do the first battle next time. Thank you very much for tuning in, everyone, and be awesome. And just to prove it, yes, hard classic. Oh, it is Voroth. Okay. Voroth and Torosh. At least those aren't, like, identical. Because I was concerned. See you next time, guys.
Thank you.